question. What does it mean to be all-American? If you are an all-American, what does that mean? What does that look like? Let me tell you the inspiration. Last week I was out at a coffee shop with my wife, and I saw this teenage girl. She stood up with her coffee, and I saw her shirt that said all-American on her t-shirt. That's what her shirt said. And this girl was what I envision a typical American to look like. She had pretty light skin. Her hair was kind of sandy. She would blend in with any girl in America. And I thought, yep, all American. However, though, I imagine that same girl if she were black. So if she were of African descent and she was American and she had that shirt, would any part of that seem ironic? Would anyone think, oh yeah, all American? Or what if the girl was of Mexican descent? What if her parents were born in Mexico or her grandparents born in Mexico? Culturally, she's American, but her heritage is Mexican. But she was born here. She's all American, right? What would ultimately, I guess maybe the question is, what disqualifies you from being all American? I guess in theory you have to be born here. Is that right? I mean, if you're born here, by default, no matter what else, that should make you all American, right? I mean, I would say if you're born here and you accept the general values of America, which in my opinion, what is the value system of America? I think ultimately, and someone said it before, it's Americans live to work, whereas Europeans work to live. But I think ultimately we are very proud about working hard. Work really consumes our lives for the most part. But if we can build something out of nothing, create something out of nothing, work hard, that's a major part of our value system. I think that's safe to say. I don't know if people from different countries would perceive that, but that's part of our culture. When you hear, because often when you hear all-American, you hear hard work and all-American. That's the way you'll hear it. So I think it has to do with a value system in which you are proud to work hard and support the economy of the country. I think that's really what it comes down to. I think also though, maybe it's that, I was about to say that, well, does it mean that you're patriotic? See, that's another thing. But ultimately, if anyone's not patriotic in theory on paper, it'd be me, because I'm the guy saying, why are we spending so much billions of dollars and so many hundreds of thousands of lives on war to defend our freedom? But I think Democrats and Republicans, for the most part, still don't question our involvement policing the world, because they buy into the concept that we're defending our freedom, even though really we're fighting a different religion who seems to have different value system than us. Because if it were really about fighting the enemy and all this stuff, then what about Saudi Arabia? The people who attacked the towers in the plane, they were from Saudi Arabia. They weren't from Iraq or Afghanistan or Iran or whatever. Whoever we're attacking over there, we're not, the actual people, the actual hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. But we seem to have this cozy relationship with Saudi Arabia, oil. So, see, what I just said, dude, in theory, and here's a question for you in the comments, did what I just say disqualify me from being all-American? Because isn't being an all-American, waving a flag and supporting the war no matter what, as long as I'm working hard and living in that concept, that makes me an all-American, despite my heritage? So my heritage could be completely from the nation of India, from India, or I could be black, or I could be, full Mexican, because as you know, I'm, quote, a quarter, and I know. I have to throw that in there just for good times, because the people outside the United States, it really bothers them when I say I'm a quarter Mexican, because Mexican is a nationality. But in the United States, we recognize if we say Mexican, we could care less about your nationality. It's that your genetic makeup is roughly, for the most part, around half Iberian and then half Native American. It's this predictable genetic mix that we can look at and see. So no matter what you look like, as long as you're born here and you work hard and you're happy to be here, and I don't know, you listen to pop music, whatever the trends are, you kind of keep over there, oh yeah, I like that song. Help me figure this out. What defines a person as All-American? Can we agree that it has nothing to do with your ethnic background or your nationality, before being born in America? No matter where your grandparents came from, or your parents came from, or your great-grandparents came from, no matter where they came from, can we agree that if you were born here, and you are glad to be here, and you work hard, that's all that really makes you, that means you can be All-American? Ultimately, what would disqualify a person from being All-American if they're born here? That's the question that I don't know the answer to. What's the difference between truth and fact? They blend together so easily, don't they? That's why I need your help. Only you can help me. Do you know how you're going to do that?